Episode 6, season 2 of the Umbrella Academy, and episode 5 was really great. Looks like the family is gonna finally get together with the dad. I think either this episode or the next, because looks like he sent out an invitation to them for a light supper to meet his pursuers. And I think it is what Five said to him that got him to come around and finally agree to meet them. And it's just gonna be so good. I'm hearing so many great things about this episode. Like a friend told me, you can't wait to get to episode 6, and they've been calling me for 2 days in a row now, saying, "Did you watch episode 6? Did you watch episode 6? We need to talk about it ASAP." And finally, episode 6 is here. I hope it lives up to everything that my friend was saying, or else in the morning I'm gonna I'm gonna have to share some disappointing news. But this show has not been disappointing me at all, and I'm loving every second of it, and I can't wait to keep watching. All right, guys, let's start. But before we do, remember, subscribe, hit the bell, so you get notified when I post more videos. Let's start. Oh, we're gonna get her beginning now. How she meets Ray.
You lost?
You're a pretty thing.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
She can't use her power.
Hey, get back here.
You boys must be lost. I suggest you find a barber shop in Oak Lawn. They specialize in your kind of hair.
Yeah. You boys must be lost. Yeah, let's go. And they just took her in. They gave her a job of cutting hair. I would imagine she doesn't know how to cut hair, so at least she gave her a job cleaning. Oh, yeah. Last 2 in the store. Give me a minute.
Do your thing, bro. All right.
All right now.
You're not from around here, are you?
You don't know the half of it, bro.
I am so going to enjoy killing you someday.
Lila, darling, would you give us a minute, please?
Yes, the grown-ups need to talk.
Thank you. My name's Klaus, and I'm an alcohol. Sorry, that's the wrong meeting. I'm a fraud. Yeah, I've been lying to all of you from the start.
I too am a fraud.
I am a fraud.
Oh, God. Oh, wow. As soon as the first guy got up, I knew they were all going to get up eventually. He tried. You got to give him that. He tried.
Dude, I tried.
Yeah?
I am a fraud.
I tried.
Then prove it.
Excuse me. My husband would like to try on this suit.
Purchase.
I heard a rumor that you let him try on anything in the store.
It's not. It's definitely a good proof. What better proof you need? You're drawing attention to yourself. Don't bring attention to yourself.
No, we are not doing this again.
More.
Oh, God. See, that's the thing with her power. It's great, but it brings attention. If you use it in the wrong way, you need to use it so sparingly that it comes unnoticed. They're all gonna come one by one. They're not telling each other that, hey, Dad contacted me. Let's go see him.
Wait up.
Luther, Vanya.
Hold it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, everyone.
Where's the big guy? There he is. We're all here. Why is he laughing? Oh, Luther.
Sorry, I'm nervous.
Not only have you burglarized my lab, set my chimp loose, conned your way into the Mexican consulate, repeatedly stalked and attacked me, but you have, on numerous occasions, called me Dad. My reconnaissance tells me you're not CIA, not KGB, certainly not MI5. So, who are you?
We're your children. We're from the future. We all have special abilities.
All right, quick rundown. Luther, super strength. Klaus can commune with the dead.
Allison can rumor anyone to do anything.
I heard a rumor. You punched yourself in the face.
And you?
She can amplify sound waves.
Oops.
We know that you're involved in a plot to assassinate the president. That's 2 days from now on the grassy knoll, at the exact spot the president's gonna get shot.
Well, I suppose you've solved it. This
Pretty
is a
much.
fantastic delusion. The sad reality is that you're a desperate man, tragically unaware of his own insignificance, desperately clinging to his own ineffectual reasoning. More succinctly, a man in over his head.
Damn.
You're wrong.
Oh god.
This isn't just some war. I'm talking about a doomsday. The end of the world.
Well, you're the special ones, aren't you? Why don't you band together and do something about it? Well, thank you for coming. You and the culottes. A word in private?
Check, please.
Well, that
I
went as
wonder
well as
about-
any Hargreaves family function.
Yep.
I feel so violated. I need an herbal bath. You had no right to possess me.
Oh, possession is a strong word. I'd like to say borrowed you. Temporarily.
I'll go their separate ways.
Klaus.
That's because I'm the oldest. No, technically, I'm older than you right now.
Cognac?
Just a smidge.
What transpired when you tried traveling before?
I botched it.
How?
I jumped too far forward, got stuck in the future for 45 years in an apocalypse.
Start small. Seconds, not decades.
Seconds.
So much can change in a matter of seconds. One could overthrow an empire. One could fall in love.
He sells the old guy so well. You totally believe that it's two old people having a conversation. Oh, the Swedes are gonna be there waiting for him. Don't kill him. I've been liking him so much. Oh no, the cat. They just bring cats around with them? It's weird. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. God damn it.
I don't want, but I won't let anything happen to you or Harlan.
I just need you to trust me. I do. Lord, help me, I do. Just give me a little time.
I think if she were to do it right now, she would do it. I think if you give her time to think, she won't. Oh no. Damn. I knew it was gonna. I knew he was gonna find out. Oh.
After I count down 3 rounds in hell, I'll be in good company.
Oh, dude. They didn't write something with his blood, did they? Eye for an eye. $1982, so he has to jump 20 years in the future. You would have to think that is a really smart way to, like, if you're going to be in that kind of business, if you're in the time traveling business, you have to be so careful. And so many people want to kill you because you have the power to alter history. And looks like mostly what they do is they preserve timelines in whatever way, shape, or form it is, no matter how horrible the timeline can be. So when they have their meetings, they have it in different times throughout history, which is so interesting. So like each of them will get a memo. They're like, hey, we're going to meet in 1982 at this hotel. And then they would change it. Then it would be a different hotel and at a different time in history. And that is such a smart way to do it. Like you would have to think there's not a better way to do it. If you change, not only do you change the place, but you change the time. So few people, like it's like a handful of people can go after you. And you gotta think which makes it so much easier to determine who would go after, who would kill if they were to die, who would kill them. Because there's no other way to think about it. It's just so interesting how that is. I have not thought of that, and I would think of that kind of like setup to keeping a secret society secret, and just so interesting, so many ways, and I loved every bit of it. But let's just go through the episode little by little. And if you see me looking down a little bit, it's because I'm looking through the screen through the episode. And what we first see is Allison finally telling. Well, we first meet Allison and her journey to meeting Ray, and how they finally met, and how like that relationship kindled. And we also get her explaining everything to him. And finally, her just laying everything out there with no regret, just saying, "Hey, this is what I am. My family is freaking weird, super crazy, and we all have superpowers. Each of us are different our own ways, and my power is I can rumor anyone to do whatever I want them to do." And it's the thing where that always happens, where they want to know how. They want to see it. Everyone wants to see it. And she even alluded that to literally, like, everyone wants to see the superpower. And it's totally understandable how she is hesitant, but I can see how she uses it once. It becomes like a drug. She keeps using it, and she keeps using it. And it's that thing I was going to talk about in the middle of the episode, but so many things started happening. I was going to add it into later at the end of the episode. How if you use a certain thing that makes your life easier so much, it changes and affects you, that when something that is normally simple for other people, but ridiculously easy for you because of your superpower, people are thrown off about it. And like the perfect example that I can think about is Looper. In the movie Looper, one of the ways that the people that chase after them, the people that jump, that teleport, is the fact that all they do all the time is jump in and out of a place. And the thing that they don't do is use doors. And that's how he catches him towards the beginning of that movie. He goes to tell the Samuel L. Jackson character who's hunting him to leave his apartment. And when he tries to open the door, he can't because he doesn't use the door. And that it's like, it's such a small thing, but like when you hear about it, it makes so much more sense. And it's the same thing like her, like she has a power that basically no one can tell her no. And if someone were to be able to like block her power for some reason and they didn't know that, and they were hunting people like her and they didn't know it was her, she would say that to them, and she would have a face when it didn't work, like, why did you expect that to work like instantly? And it's like little things like that that can just make everything so much more interesting. I don't think they don't have enough time to go into that kind of tangent. I don't think so, because we have 4 episodes left, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and they're moving a mile a minute, and it looks like even after that we go back to 5, and he's dealing with the handler, and she finally tells her her plan of why she's there. Basically, she got demoted, and now she wants to kill everyone. Yep. She does not take demotion well at all, and she is ready to just have 5. Her plan is to have 5 go back to the time and place that the board is meeting and kill them all so she can take their place, so she can have them like jazz, just singing perfectly, singing in harmony. And that is so interesting and so many ways. And we got so much less of Lila this episode, and I'm liking her. Everything she does is like, I'm eating everything up that she does. Like, I want to hate her, but now I still like her again. And that dislike for her only lasted like 30 minutes. I liked her again. She's like, yeah, she can't do wrong. I hope she sticks around for a long time. And then we have Klaus again with his cult, where he tries to do the same thing that Allison did with Ray by basically telling the truth to his followers. And she tried to tell them that, hey, I'm a fraud, don't follow me. And they didn't care. They did what cults do. Like, as soon as he admitted, I knew something was gonna happen. And they're all like, he's like, I'm a fraud. And he's like, no, I'm a fraud. And then like everyone, they all stand up one by one. I'm a fraud. No, I'm a fraud. We're all frauds. And he's like, what? Come on. I tried. I absolutely did try. And he definitely did. And you can't fault him for that. He tried to tell them the truth. But they do what cults do. They just like double down. And who knows if he actually told them that the world was ending. he made like a little comment. He's like, don't worry, I hid all the Kool-Aid in the house, alluding to the fact that they can have that mass suicide kind of thing, and you can totally believe that could happen. But we're starting to see like little glimpses of Ben trying to possess Klaus. Like, we saw for a little instance after that, just before David or Daniel walked into the room, where he jumped into Klaus, but immediately got like spit out of him. And then again, when they were having the meeting with the dad, how he jumped in and he was able to like stay in there for long enough to say, like, straining that this is Ben. Either most likely he doesn't have like he doesn't know how to do it yet. That's basically probably it. because you can see how like much it takes out of Klaus, out of both of them. Like Ben, when they were finished with that, little short possession, Klaus was on the floor, tired. Ben was looked like he was passed out. That it took so much out of him, but he recovered quicker than Klaus did. Maybe because he's dead, but who knows? But yeah, so many things happen in this episode, and going back to Allison and her little confession to Ray, she did something that I think is gonna have serious repercussions. When first I thought the repercussion would be with her being inside that suit store where colored people can go in and buy the clothes, but they can't try it on in the store. And then she rumored the guy to tell Ray to let Ray try whatever he wanted. And the longer they stayed, the more uncomfortable I get. I was like, oh my God, don't draw attention. Please don't let a crowd be amassing outside. Because who knows? Like, people saw. I don't know what people would react if they saw. I just don't know. I didn't want to know. And then she saw the diner, and she made the guy keep pouring hot coffee into his hand and burning his hand, and she wouldn't stop, and she kept going. And that's where I got that comment before. It looks like it's like a drug for her. She does it and she can't stop, until she hurts someone. And I'm thinking like that's gonna bring a lot of attention. Who is not gonna speak? First of them just being in there, and then second of him almost pouring her coffee, because he did pour her coffee. She just didn't let him put it down. And then for him to keep burning his hand with the hot coffee, that is something that I don't think is gonna just fly by. I think it's something that's gonna be very poor, very, how you say, I think it's gonna be a big part of the next episode, because I can't see anything good happening from that. Like, a lot of things like has to have consequences, and I think even though the guy was an asshole and definitely deserved it, it's gonna bring attention, and it's gonna just make their mission to stop the end of the world so much harder. And then we also get to Klaus finally getting together with David or Daniel. God, I think it's David. And him basically telling him like, hey, I know all these things because, without telling him, like, I know you. Like, he showed him his dog tag. Sure, you can get those. That wouldn't be the hardest thing to fake in the world. But it's like so much proof that the kid knows, like, he was strange. And Klaus changed the timeline, because before, the kid didn't enlist until after JFK was assassinated. But with Klaus's introduction into that diner and basically telling the kid that he loved him, the uncle made him enlist early. And he's already changed the timeline. See, that's what they don't realize. They changed the timeline just by being there. First, by being there, they changed the timeline, and then with the knowledge that they have of the future, they keep changing it. Like, Diego is still on this fucking hellbent of trying to change the assassination of Kennedy, and he talks to the mom again about it, and he keeps. I don't know what's gonna go on, because it seems like there's only 2 more days before that episode that happens, so that should be around episode 8 or 9, and probably that's like one of the biggest things. And then the Swedes are coming after them. Just so much things is working against them all at one time, and it's so interesting. Like, the handler sent the Swedes like to target Diego now, and they killed Elliot, and I was so disappointed when they killed him. I was like, no. Elliot was such a great character. I loved every second of having Elliot on screen. I hope I'm saying his name right. But, like, he never made the TV, but he's gonna go on the TV for this review because I loved his character. He played it so well. He's such a great comic relief. From his first interaction with Five, to his interaction with Lila painting his nails, to that laughing moment that they had with Luther, and I should have known that something wrong was gonna happen because they spent too much time with him, and always, always, when they spend too much time with the character that doesn't get that much time, that means that something bad could happen to them. Just so they do that, just so we can get more emotional weight to that character, and they did it, and I was so disappointed when they killed him. He was such a great character. I loved every time he was on screen, and it's such a shame that we don't have him anymore. It's a horrible shame, and I just I gotta move on from him because it's gonna bring me down. And then we get to like the big part of the episode. The whole family gets together with the father, Reginald, and he is still like a master manipulator. He knows exactly what to say. Like, he made Diego stutter come back, and you saw like just Diego tear up, and that felt so bad for Diego. Like, just like how he's able to break Diego down so quickly, like nobody else can. And that's the thing with parents; they just know how to push our buttons so well, and they know exactly what to do to rile us, and that's what happens to Diego. And you can see how he conquered his stutter before, and now, like, with one conversation with his dad, it came back for a little bit. And so, oh god. And then basically the dad, it looks like he believes that they are from the future and that they are his kids, just because of the evidence, like the amount of evidence that they gave him. And it looks like that might be the reason why he goes after them and finds them. It's like this thing, like the loop where something happens, and then like kids are born, he finds the kids grow up, have powers, and then go back to the time to meet him, so that the dad can meet the kids, so then knowing that he has to adopt those 7 kids in the future, so that they can go back. And it's like this loop where one thing doesn't happen without the other, and it's like this chicken who came first, chicken and egg, things like that. And it's so interesting, like how much interaction, like even how much interaction with Diego's having with the mom now, just like he had when he was a kid. And does that influence why the mom paid special attention to Diego? It's like so many things. Like, did Hargreaves meet the kids because he met the kids in the past, or like what happened? Like the kids adopt themselves. Basically, that's basically what I'm trying to get to. Did the kids adopt themselves into that family by meeting Reginald in the past, by showing them all who they were, and so that he could find them in the future? So he knows, okay, so I find you in this day at this time, and it's so much interesting. And I love these like little paradoxes that could possibly happen. And I don't know if they're gonna explain it or not, but yeah, I ate this episode up. I wonder what's gonna happen now with Reginald, now that he knows that these people are his kids from the future. That's gonna blow his mind. This is gonna set his mind wandering. Is Allison gonna be able to? Is she gonna lose control of her power? What's gonna happen between Vanya, Sissy, and Carl? Carl now knows what's going on, and like I said he would, and it's gonna be a mess there. I feel like that he's gonna die. Vanya's gonna lose control. A lot of times it's Vanya losing control and shit gets blown up. But like Diego said, lose control, shit gets blown up. Luther, what's gonna happen between him and Allison? Is Allison still gonna be with Ray? I feel like Ray's probably gonna take one for the team to make room for Luther, which would be a sad thing because Ray's such a good guy. He's so peaceful. But yeah, he wasn't up for anything that she did at the diner. And then you have Klaus, Ben, and David. David. What's gonna happen between them? He ships off in a week, but is he even gonna make it with Doomsday happening 3 days from now, 4 days from now, whatever? And so many questions left to be answered. What's gonna happen with the Swedes? Look like they're targeting like Diego principally, and they'll go after whoever they can to help make that reality. So many things, and so many things to keep us interested. Love it. Don't forget, leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe. See you guys the next time. Bye.